We're about to perform a critical experiment. Understand, assistant? Mr. Braun might yell at you, but that small sacrifice will bring mankind's dream, the time machine, to fruition. You're really irresponsible, you know that? Well, what should I set it to? I tell her Faris's dad's mail address, and I have her set the timer. Okay, it's ready. Alright, thanks. Wait a bit. What sort of D-mail could Faris have written? The look on her face only makes me more curious. Okabe, if you're not going to send anything, I'm hanging up. Phone wave? Name, subject to change. Activate. The discharge is starting. Faris. Faris puts her finger on the send button and... As the dizziness fades, I exhale slowly and open my eyes. I'm still at Faris's place. Okay, card open. Oh no, another virus card. Not so fast, Nyan. Aw, you took 3 link cards, right? And I got 3 virus cards, right? Miyushi's in trouble. What are they doing? We still have a terminal card. We can turn the tables next turn. Nya, it's way too late for that, Nya. Faris is going to use the terminal card, Virus Checker, Nya. So, which is Miyushi's last virus card, Nya? Oh no. You're a monster, Faris-tan. Hey, could you wait 2 or 3 turns, Nya? Please, Nya? Nya, not even if you try to copycat Faris, Nyan. No way. I am the only person in the world who keeps his memories after the past changes. Faris's D-mail worked. And even if I demand that she tell me what she sent, she won't be able to answer, because the very fact that she sent it has been erased. The only trace of the D-mail is in the recipient's phone, namely, Faris's father's phone, 10 years ago. Which means I have to figure out what changed the hard way. Phew. Faris-chan is really strong. Mayushi started out strong, Nyan. You have potential, Nyan. But don't think I'll go easy on you just because we're playing for fun, Nyan. Besides, I promised Papa that I'd win the next tournament, Nyan. I can't lose to anyone before then, Nyan. Papa? Papa said that if Faris won, he'd take time off work to congratulate me, Nyan. You know, we should all go cheer at the finals. Thanks, Nyan. Something's not right here. A voice whispers from deep within, deeper than reason. I play the conversation back in my head and soon realize the source of my discomfort. The Faris I knew had never been to an official Rynet tournament. I remember hearing that when I was talking to Daru about John Taita at May Queen plus Nyan Squared. Does this mean that Faris only set the D-mail so she could enter more Rynet tournaments? But is that a reason to change the past? Excuse me, Rumiho, do you have a minute? Papa! Whoa, Faris-tan's dad. Shouldn't we say hello? He's a CEO, right? Wow. It's from Kurisu. I'm taking a bottle from the fridge, okay? Sorry, Nya. Faris has to go out with Papa, Nya. Okay, I guess we'll see you later then. But Faris-san, what about my match? You promised to give me a hands-on lesson, you know? Really work me over. Pretty sure I didn't, yeah. Of course you didn't, I was just making it up. Daru-kun, you shouldn't trouble Faris-chan like that. Come on, Ocarin, let's go back to the lab. Yeah. You know, Kiyoma's been awfully quiet, Nyan. Something wrong, Nyan? Nothing. I was just looking at Akiba, watching the ignorant masses scurry about in search of momentary surcease from the pain of existence. That's Ocarin for you. Bat crazy. Faris, her dad and their butler see us off. Her dad tells us to come visit again. Faris's dad seems like a cool guy. He's not pompous like you'd expect rich people to be. It's from Lukaku. That page and number guessing game was fun. I'd love to do it again sometime. Afterwards I asked my mum about what it was like when she was young, and she looked so nostalgic. I didn't know why she sighed so deeply though. P.S. I did 10 practice swings with Samadare. The sun is setting, but there's still a crowd in front of Akiba Station. More foreigners than usual. People come from all over the world to buy electronics and otaku goods in Akiba, but it looks like the satellite is attracting some as well. Man, it's hot. Faris's air-conditioned apartment was like a little slice of heaven. I love air conditioning in the lab, but we don't have that kind of money. Anyway, how about some food? I stopped to ask Mayuri, but... Ocarin! Mayushi was thinking about stopping by Nakano Broadway before going home. What business do you have in Nakano? Well, Soro's sword Doujinshi came out yesterday.
Hello.
Porn? No, but the illustrator is Koga Yu-san. Mayushi thinks it's finally time to get serious about costumes again. Koga Yui? She was the character designer for last year's Gundam. Yup. Buy me one too. Okie dokie. What are you guys talking about? If you want Doujinshi, why not go to Tora no Ana? It's right over there. There? Where? You know, there, right over. I follow, my pointing finger. Tora no Ana isn't there. What? Maybe I'm looking in the wrong place. I look all around me, but it's nowhere to be found. And what's more, I can't find Animate either. It's supposed to be right next to Toranora. Instead, I see electronic stores, Daichi Kaiden, and T21 Minami. Where the hell did Tora no Ana and Animate go? Have you lost it, man? Huh? There aren't any Toranonas or Animates in Akiba. That's why Miyushi's going to Nakano to buy Doujinshi. What do you mean there aren't any? They were there yesterday, weren't they? What about earlier today? I wasn't really paying attention on the way to Faris's apartment, but I'm pretty sure they were still there. There's no Moe stores in Akiba, man. You know that. The holy land of Moe is Nakano. But Akiba is the holy land of Moe. The whole world knows that. Has the heat finally gone to your head, Ocarin? Akiba is the electric town. If you opened a Moe store here, the electronics otaku would riot. This conversation doesn't make sense. This feeling again. I carefully survey the scenery in front of me one more time. I finally understand. It's hard to believe, but I must face the truth. It still doesn't seem real to me. My legs start moving against my will. Chaos has forsaken this place. Every last store that sold anime, eroge, or moe goods has disappeared from Akiba. In a final desperate attempt to deny reality, I run to the one place I know I can depend on. May Queen plus Nyan Squared. The maid cafe where Mayuri and Faris work, and which Daru and I frequent. But upon arriving at the storefront, I am forced to my knees in abject defeat.
No.
It's gone. It's all gone. It's not just the moe stores, even the maid cafes have disappeared. And not only May Queen, an uncountable number of maid cafes and cosplay service establishments seem to have vanished in the blink of an eye. Mayuri, you work at May Queen, don't you? May Queen? What's that, a potato?
May Queen
plus Nyan Squared! Mayushi works at Lemone, remember? Lemone? Is that a maid cafe? It's just a normal coffee shop. Is there even a single maid cafe in Akiba? No, man. The people here hate moe businesses. Nobody would go. It's clear now. This has to be the result of Faris's D-mail. The butterfly effect is at it again. Faris said she had influence over Akiba's development board. They adopted her plan and embraced the moe industry. But by sending a D-mail to 2000, she's negated that, either directly or indirectly, shifting the world line to one where moe culture has no place in Akiba. That has to be it. To think that a single mail could rewrite 10 years of a town's history. Is it okay to change history on a whim like this? I almost feel guilty about it, but since I'm the only one who remembers the original Akiba, nobody can blame me, and it's not like I can change it back. But still, what in the world did Faris's D-mail say? The next morning, I go for a stroll through the streets of Akiba. The few electronic stores that I used to frequent are still here. In fact, they've multiplied. The maids and young female otaku have disappeared, but the hobbyist essence of the town is unchanged. I admit it's a relief. Yesterday I heard from Mayuri how we met Faris on this world line. I was wondering since May Queen no longer exists. It was at a small Rainet tournament at a toy store in Ikebukuro. We went to cheer on Daru, but he dropped out because of a stomachache, so Mayuri and I ended up taking his place. Our opponent was Faris. That was the beginning of their beautiful friendship. I head back to the lab. It's Sunday, Obon weekend. What are you doing here, lab girls? Pardon the intrusion, Okabe-san. Good morning, Ocarine. What are you doing? Yesterday, I went to Nakano to buy Jujinshi, remember? While I was there, I found a photo album of a super cute cosplayer. So I splurged on it. That's certainly a very Mayuri move. Look, Luka-chan, this is a costume of Sedona from Blood Tune. It's so detailed and cute. It is. I see. She's showing it to Lukaku as part of his re-education. To think that he was so reluctant to get involved in cosplay. Looks like Miyuri's persistence has paid off. Take a look, Chris-chan. It's amazing. I'm okay. Wow, look at these swimsuits. So much skin. She's got a great figure. Like a Gravure idol. Must be nice. Nice, the swimsuits. I don't have that great a figure. Don't worry, Luka-chan. I'm sure you'll make our big friends breathe hard. Hey now, Mayuri, what are you saying? It's like you're referring to Daru with that remark. And, plenty of people like flat chests. So even if you don't have breasts, you should still have confidence in yourself. I know how you feel, assistant. I know. Once Comic-Con's over, let's all go on a trip to the beach. Mayushi's been making costumes all summer. I haven't had time to play at all. What do you think, guys? A Lab Mem beach trip? All of the Lab Mems? I can't go. I have to go back to America soon. And I haven't even started packing yet. Yes. I can see you're in a rush. I bet you don't even have time to lounge around and read. Fine, I'll be blunt. There's no way I'm swimming with two perverts like you. If it's just the girl members, I'll happily go. Be honest, Christina. You just don't want me to see the Mongolian spot on your butt. I don't have a Mongolian spot. Anyway, if it's just the girl members, then doesn't that rule out Lukaku? What's that supposed to mean? Didn't we tell you earlier? Lukaku is a bona fide guy. My declaration of the truth. Freezes the air instantly. Huh? You're the worst. Where do you get off calling her a guy? Yeah, Okarin, that's a terrible thing to say. Is he crying? Kurisu's staring daggers at me. Christina, I understand your desire to deny the truth, and it's difficult to imagine that a guy could ever be so cute, but... Okabe. If you want to give me stupid nicknames, that's fine. I mean, it's not, but what you said just now is below the belt. I didn't take you for the kind of guy who thinks it's funny to hurt people's feelings, but I guess I was wrong. You're a real jerk, Okabe. Huh? What did I do to deserve this tongue lashing? Apologize. Apologize to Urishabara-san right now. Wait a second. I don't have to apologize for anything. I just said the truth. It's okay. Is he crying? So, that's how Okabe-san sees me. No. That's not how I see you, Lukaku. You're a guy, remember? Or are you denying reality too? You're the one denying reality. That's right. Luka-chan's a girl, Okarin. You're terrible. Mayuri, when did you start calling Lukaku Luka-chan instead of Luka-kun? Cut it out already, Okabe. She's a girl. Huh? What's going on here? Is this some kind of prank? I'm going home. Hold it! Lukaku, you can't fool me! You're as much of a man as I am, and I know how to prove it. Oh? You. No. Don't. Akame-san, please. Stop. No way. Lukaku, you. The D-mail that I thought had failed was actually a success. You're a girl? That's what we've been saying! A half-second later, a piercing jolt of pain rang through my head. Stars explode all around me. It feels as if I'm being welcomed into the gates of heaven. As punishment, I spend the next 30 minutes on my knees under Kurisu's watchful eye. If I slouch for a second, I get the corner of her book. Anyway, I flee the lab as soon as my punishment is over. The silent pressure from the girls is just too much to bear. My legs are so numb from the kneeling, I can barely stand up straight. So, why are you so wobbly? It's a new exercise. Huh? Never heard of it. When she aimlessly gazes skyward, I follow suit. Huge clouds are slowly swallowing the blue. Perfect weather for cycling. Huh? Really? But it's so damn hot. How can you exercise on a day like this? Hey, up for a little cycling? Seriously? She has to be joking. I am a mad scientist, not a mad cyclist. So why am I doing the pedaling? Long ago, Aristotle said, time is just the measure of motion. So put those pedals in motion. That doesn't make sense. We barely made it to the station. I'd die if I went another block. This was a terrible idea. I should have known better. It's from Mayuri. Should I reply? Do you like Luka-chan? But Okarin, the last time there was a girl you liked, didn't you say something like, going out with me will bring you misfortune, so I'll just watch over you from afar? I don't have the time for this right now. You know, it's only been 10 days since I arrived in Tokyo. Oh, I didn't know that. Vacation? No, that can't be right. I'm hunting for my father. Did he run away? I haven't seen him in years, but I know he's in this town. Oh, but then why are you working downstairs? Honestly, I don't have a clue where to begin. Have you talked to the police? No. Then shouldn't you? Or you could hire a private investigator or something. If you have money. I don't have the resources. Besides, there are issues. Issues? I only have one chance, and that chance is tomorrow. I know that tomorrow he might appear in a certain place. A certain place? That has a rather ominous ring to it. If I miss that chance, then I'll have to leave. By leave, you mean go back home? Not exactly. I have a parallel priority engagement. I've already made up my mind. If I don't find him tomorrow, I'll give up. You're worried, aren't you? I understand that feeling. You're alone, searching for your father in an unfamiliar town. It can't be easy. You hoped that talking to someone would help. That's why you sought out the most reliable person around. Me. Alas, part-time warrior, you have made a grave mistake, for I am the insane mad scientist, in Chiyomaru. You should be my next guinea pig. Guinea pig? You know what I'm talking about. Gmail, the greatest discovery in the history of science. You shall be the subject of our next experiment. What are you gonna do? Simple. I need more data, and I'll do anything to obtain it. You are going to change the past. You can change it however you like, but only I will know the difference. If you think that's cruel, then do as you please. But know that you are already caught in my web. You cannot escape. Fear not, I know exactly what you should write in your D-mail. Listen well, you're going to send this to your father before he disappeared. Don't abandon your daughter. You're a nice guy, you know that? What? I think talking to you really did help. Are you trying to insult me? I am not a nice guy. I'm a mad scientist who experiments on women and children. Now tell me your father's email address. If you don't, then I shall unleash the power of my right arm. Once it's unsealed, not even I can control it. You may not survive. Consider yourself warned. Sorry, I can't. You dare defy me? I don't know his email address or his phone number. Oh. That's why tomorrow is my only chance. Thanks for caring, though. I don't care. I'm just disappointed I couldn't experiment on you. Anyway, you can send mail to the past? That's amazing. The first time machine ever. Of course it's amazing. I am in Chiyomaru. Any plans to upgrade it? Upgrade it? You know, like sending people to the past or something. We're working on it. No good ideas yet, though. Then let me give you one word of advice. You should leave Makase Kurisu out of it. What do you have against her anyway? Well, better get back to the workshop. I only got a 30-minute break. I'll get in trouble if I don't get back soon. Come to the lab tomorrow, whether you meet your father or not. Why? So I can use your grief to power my time machine. You really are a mad scientist. So evil. If I meet my father, I'll stop by. Then we can do a gun salute. She laughs happily. Then she starts pedaling, leaving me behind. Hey, wait, let me on, hey! It's from Faris. Sorry I couldn't come today, Nya. To make up for it, I'll bring some delicious Kanyam tea next time. Let's drink it with everyone, Nyan.